Saturday night from the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, in a heavyweight championship bout that was streamed live on former world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury, had an immediate rematch against the undefeated reigning WBA, WBO, WBC, and lineal world heavyweight champion Oleksandr Usyk. When these two first met back in May, Usyk won a 12-round split decision to become the first undisputed world heavyweight champion in the modern four-belt era. Usyk had since vacated the IBF belt, meaning he was technically no longer undisputed, but make no mistake, Usyk entered the ring as the one and only true lineal world heavyweight champion. Right out of the gate, the dynamics were quite different this time around. As both began getting reacquainted, they were doing a lot of gesturing and maneuvering in an effort to take command of center ring. Fury was trying to get the jab going, and both were making an early effort to the body. Usyk backed Fury up with an early attack, and Fury tried answering back. Usyk's footwork was outstanding, and Fury's demeanor was far more serious this time around. It became clear early on that the tactical chess match would be a battle of holding one's ground in the grudge match for position. Usyk got off first and backed Fury up early in the second, and Fury made a point to step back in, and he started working behind the jab. Usyk's footwork and upper body movement were terrific, and Fury was trying to offset that with his superior length. The result was a back-and-forth flow. Fury at times having the edge with his length, Usyk at times with his superior movement and athleticism. Usyk was sneaking in shots downstairs, and Fury was trying his best to counter. Fury went back to the jab to try and keep Usyk outside. Both guys were getting off to a very good start, and things remained very close. The tactical chess match resumed in round 3, and the action was unfolding at a pretty brisk pace. Fury was working the left, and Usyk was exhibiting slippery, elusive movement. Usyk tried to catch Fury when he shifted stance, and the two became entangled in a clinch. Strategically, the battle for center ring remained the coveted prize, and whenever one of them was backed up, he was quick to step back in to try and regain and maintain ground. But Usyk was doing a bit better job standing strong and maintaining position. But there was very little separating the two. Fury was mixing things up, switching to southpaw, but Usyk was not confused by the shifts. Usyk and Fury both continued boxing well in the fourth. There was a lot of fencing going on with the lead hand, and both guys were looking to put together short combos, and both were looking to respond whenever the other strung something decent together. Both of them were being clever with their offense. Fury again switched to southpaw, and Usyk nailed him with a nice left. Usyk was now backing Fury up into the ropes, but Fury fired back and brought the action back toward center. Soon after, Fury got Usyk's attention with a solid right up top. They were both looking good in there, neither guy able to establish any real momentum to this point, and things were heating up. The action began getting far more physical early in round 5, where the two were scrapping and brawling in tight quarters. Both boxers were exhibiting some good defense in the midst of the tactical battle for position, a battle where every fraction of an inch and second was important. Fury landed a sweet little uppercut, and Usyk was soon firing back, with neither man looking to abandon command. The intensity was high, and Usyk was able to string his punches together with greater fluidity, but Fury was doing a good job keeping himself together and fighting for center ring. Whenever one of them appeared to be getting a slight edge, the other would come roaring back. In round 6, they continued looking to discover angles to hold ground, and Usyk fired off a nice short combination. Fury resumed using that long left hand to try and keep Usyk at arm's length, and at times this was working. Usyk continued trying to work downstairs when he could, and he was being real inventive at finding ways to deliver. Usyk landed a booming left later in the round, and Usyk drilled Fury with a wicked short combo. As the round neared its end, Fury was on the attack, and Usyk smashed him with another sweet left. After 6 rounds of action, there was still very little separating the two boxers, and it was a damn fine display from both heavyweight prize fighters. I myself had it dead even after the halfway point of the scheduled 12-rounder. Usyk fired, off a nice combo on Fury to begin the 7th. Usyk was being a little more efficient and accurate, and he was doing a good job discovering favorable angles. Fury was still finding openings as well, but Usyk's superior stamina was beginning to come into play as Fury was trying to keep up with the quick flow and pace of the action. He was still flicking the left, albeit with less authority, and Usyk was still finding the mark with his left. Fury was beginning to back away and create space more frequently, as Usyk was gaining a clear advantage in the key battle, the battle for center ring. In round 8, Fury fired a big right that Usyk deflected. Fury was doing a better job trying to hold center than he was in the previous round, but Usyk was expertly standing his ground, and he soon had Fury again backing up. Usyk continued sneaking in shots downstairs, and he began turning up the heat and applying pressure at a pace that was a bit too fast for Fury's liking. Fury made the effort to make things more physical and slow Usyk's roll, and Fury came out of that clinch looking a bit fresher. All the same, Fury was still having trouble getting a beat on Usyk's faster hands, and Usyk kept going after him. Usyk came out firing to begin the 9th, and he continued sneaking in body shots. Fury soon came back with some firepower of his own, and the two resumed the ongoing battle for center position. Fury landed a good body shot of his own, and he tried leaning his massive size on the smaller champion. Fury landed some digging shots downstairs, and Usyk fired back. Fury was having a better round than he had in a couple of rounds, and Usyk was still effectively applying pressure and pushing the tempo. Fury seemed to have found a second wind, and he was exhibiting good variety on offense. But none of it deterred Usyk, and Usyk finished the round strong. It was another very close and competitive round in a fight filled with close and competitive rounds. Usyk came out doing his thing to start the 10th, and Fury responded with some nice, heavy shots of his own. Fury followed that up with another nice heavy-handed attack as Usyk slipped away. Fury was using a long jab, working the body and making it physical. Both boxers were exhibiting great toughness and conditioning as they continued their tactical chess match with all of the subtle adjustments and counter-adjustments that came with that territory. Fury was trying to use his length, size, and weight to his advantage. But Usyk was strong and resourceful scrapping in the phone booth. Usyk once again nailed Fury after he went southpaw. Some great stuff was happening with Usyk and Fury, both admirably giving their all. Usyk continued pecking away downstairs at the beginning of round 11. Fury continued giving it his best, but Usyk was just too sharp, too consistent, too clever, and too well-conditioned for Fury to keep up. Simply put, Usyk was the one doing the cleaner and more effective work, and his non-stop persistence was truly a marvel. Usyk was winning the battle of position and unloading fast flurries whenever he pounced after finding a favorable attack angle. Fury was still battling and making a great account of himself. It was simply a matter of Usyk being a bit better, a bit more consistently. Both warriors went on to put forth a spirited effort in the 12th and final round. After all this time, they were still both fighting the same key battle for superior position at center, with neither man wanting to step back and concede ground. Both were still trying to force the other back whenever possible. At times, Fury was a bit more effective at doing this, and at other times, Usyk was the one who was a bit more effective. Usyk and Fury were both exhibiting tremendous heart and determination, and they also continued to display elite-level boxing, skills, and supreme ring intelligence. As the fight was coming to an end, the two traded away until the final bell. At the end of 12 entertaining rounds of high-level action, Usyk was awarded a unanimous decision victory, with all three judges having the exact same score, 116-112 in favor of the defending champion. I thought the scorecards were more or less perfectly in line with what I saw. I had it 115-113 for Usyk, but it was interesting because unlike the first fight where there were several key shifts in the momentum, this one felt more competitive throughout each and every round. Neither Usyk nor Fury had any one round that was as dominant as their best rounds from the first time around, where this time each and every round was close and competitive. But the one thing that remained the same was the fact that Usyk's superior conditioning and his ability to effectively apply pressure became the difference in the second half of the contest. Fury did a better job utilizing his size this time around, but the added weight didn't translate into the ability to hurt Usyk, and as such, Usyk took over late with the superior gas tank. Usyk was simply more consistent and effective in the final half of the fight. I thought it was a highly entertaining heavyweight championship fight where both guys ought to be proud of their efforts. For Usyk, that's a hell of a run he's had since moving up to heavyweight and conquering the division. I would love to see him go up against the winner of Dubois-Parker, both of whom have been on quite a roll their past few fights. And as for Tyson Fury, perhaps he could even be in play for a shot at the Dubois-Parker winner, and if not, I have no doubt a showdown between Fury and AJ would still be huge. Congratulations to Oleksandr Usyk, and best of luck to both Usyk and Fury going forward. Whatever they do next, I for one will be tuning in. The Usyk-Fury Championship fight was brought to you by DAZN. For anyone out there who is not subscribed to DAZN, I have left a link in the description where you can sign up. What did you think of the rematch? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and have a wonderful night.